What is up everyone and welcome back to the MMA Zone. Today we are kicking things off with Sean Ali, who wants Petr Yan at the UFC White House event. At UFC 324 in January, Sean Ali is set to face Song Yadong, and according to Ali himself, he believes that a dominant performance could put him next in line for a championship fight at the White House. Before we continue, make sure to leave a like to help support the channel. Of course, some fans are pushing back on that idea, saying Merab deserves the rematch after defending his belt 4 times in a row before losing on his 5th attempt to Petr Yan earlier this month. Even so, Sugar believes there is no one else the UFC would rather have representing the USA than himself. Here is what Ali had to say.
Dude, I just have a whole new energy. Very excited about this fight. When Peter beat Merab, I got a whole new level of just like mental switch and just I'm gonna go out there and beat Song and me and Peter at the White House. Like, I just don't see any other, I don't see it, and I could be wrong, it just makes sense. And people right now, like, you're coming off 2 losses, I don't want to see it, we don't want to see that fight. Tell me that January 25th. I have to put on a masterclass performance. It might be a 15-minute clinic, it might be a KO. Yeah. I don't want to, we want to see Merab versus Peter. We want to see Peter versus, yeah, you ain't gonna want to see anyone else other than me versus Peter at the White House. There's not gonna be, and if you don't want to see that, okay. I won't. I'll fight. I'll sit down. I'll just chill. Who else is going to have that White House? Pajeda's not on the card. Ilia's not going to be on the card. Connor, who knows? John Jones supposedly isn't going to be on the card. Who the f*** they're going to have? But seriously, who the f*** else are they going to have?
Do you think that a win over Song Yadong at UFC 324 would put Ali at the front of the line for a title shot? It is definitely possible. The UFC will most likely stack the card with American fighters since the event is at the White House, and that makes the most sense. If Ali is right, then the UFC may have set this up on purpose and is hoping he wins his next fight so they can book a championship matchup against Petr Yan at the White House. With many big stars currently unavailable, the UFC does not have many options. Ilia is dealing with family issues. Alex Pereira has a broken foot. John Jones does not have an opponent. Connor is Connor. Because of that, the UFC is short on superstars, especially American superstars. Adding Ali to the card would help solve that problem at least a little. But what do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Speaking of Ali, he also revealed that tomorrow marks 1 year since he stepped away from social media. On December 24th last year, Ali decided to leave social media because he felt it was toxic and a major distraction. It appears he has stayed true to that decision and has remained off every platform except YouTube, which he makes an exception for. Here is what Sean had to say.
Basically, it's been pretty much 1 year today, well, December 24th, that I've been off social media. I've talked about it so many times, but I just truly believe it's been life-changing. I will say, and I always say this, I still have YouTube, so I still watch YouTube videos. I have watched shorts, but I'm like, oh, that's cheating. I get off the shorts, but I watch a lot of poker. I got this dog chained up inside me. I'm terrified of it getting out someday, and I'm trying my best, and I'm doing my best. We're 1 year sober from the dog being out, but it feels good. I feel like my home life is way better. I'm way more at peace. This year's been the best year for me mentally, but I still have that little devil on my shoulder. So I'm just riding that. Feel good. Life's good. 5 weeks out from the fight. Dude, 2026 is about to be the best year ever.
Ahead of UFC 324, the MMA community has had mixed feelings about the matchup. One fighter who is not happy with how the UFC is handling things is Luke Rockhold. During an appearance on Submission Radio, he called out the UFC for constantly pushing Paddy Pimblett in every way possible in hopes that he eventually wins the belt. He then went on to praise Arman for his recent activity and success in the grappling scene.
I think they're trying to do anything they can to put little Paddy into a title situation. You know what? I just don't. I'm annoyed with fighters that think that the interim title means anything. You know, you see guys like Justin Gaethje, and he knows it. None of that really means much to him because he wants to be a real champion. But then you got Paddy who's already talking about like, I'm gonna be champion, this, that. Like, it's already there. Like, this fight's just like that belt means something. I think they're doing anything they can to get Paddy the best matchup he can to be a champion and to bring that love back to the UK. So I don't know.
Luke Rockhold then went on to say that Arman's elite grappling could be a serious challenge for Ilia. He said Arman is going to be a problem for Ilia for sure. His wrestling is legit and his grappling is legit. Rockhold added that this matchup would really show how good Ilia is on the ground because while Ilia is very good, Arman is truly elite. If Arman and Ilia were to fight, how do you see that matchup playing out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. UFC updates. We are officially done with week 1 with no fights, and honestly it was not too bad. We had a couple of boxing matches to keep the community occupied. Now let us take a look at some UFC updates moving forward. We will start with a fight announcement for next year. According to Leo Walker-Geim, Austin Vanderford is set to take on Jean-Paul Leos Noyani on the UFC Houston card in February. Vanderford is 1-1 in the UFC and is coming off a loss to Rams Brahimaj back in October. His opponent is a young UFC prospect at just 26 years old. For those who do not know, he earned his contract on Dana White's Contender Series in September. This will be his UFC debut, so the stakes could not be higher. 2 weeks later at UFC 326, Marcel Dorf is reporting a flyweight matchup between Sumadaji and Jesus Aguilar. Sumadaji is 5-4 in the UFC and is coming off a win over Kevin Borace back in August. On the other side, Jesus Aguilar is a Dana White Contender Series winner from 2022. Since signing with the UFC, he has gone 4-2. His most recent fight was in September, where he defeated Luis Gerlay. Arman Tsarukyan vs Lance Palmer is officially set for Real American Freestyle 5. Moving into news outside the UFC that still involves UFC fighters, it was revealed yesterday that Arman Tsarukyan will face Lance Palmer at RAF 5 on January 10th. This will be Tsarukyan's third grappling match in a span of about 4 to 5 weeks. His first match was against Mendy Belouard for the ACBJ belt in Moscow, which he won. His next match is scheduled against UFC fighter Sharaputtin Magomedov under Hype FC on December 30th. After that, Arman will take on Lance Palmer at RAF 5 in a lightweight bout. This will be Arman's first appearance under the RAF banner. Palmer is a 2-time PFL champion and brings serious credentials to the table. He is also a former World Series of Fighting featherweight champion and a 4-time NCAA Division I All-American wrestler. This will not be an easy matchup for Arman. While we are on the topic of RAF 5, the card is shaping up to be absolutely stacked. UFC fans needed something like this during the long layoff. Along with Arman vs Lance Palmer, we are also getting Bo Nickel vs Yoel Romero and Colby Covington vs Luke Rockhold. That is a huge way to start the year. Colby Covington has also already called out Tyron Woodley for his next match under the RAF banner. It does not sound like he is very interested in fighting in the UFC right now. Maybe he is waiting for the UFC White House card like everyone else. Who knows? In the video, Covington took shots at Woodley's boxing career and invited him to compete in a Real American Freestyle match. Covington posted the video shortly after.
Damn, Woodley, how the mighty have fallen. I know people like to say don't kick a man while he's down, it's in poor taste, but personally I say that's the best time to kick a slime bag like you, cause you're easier to reach. You used to fight for championships, now you're out here selling the last of your dignity, taking beatings from YouTubers and geriatrics so you could pay off your baby mamas. You should be retired on a beach somewhere drinking Mai Tais, but instead you're face down up in a boxing ring posing for Dude White promos. I know you got mouths to feed, Woodley. I know your brand is at an all-time low. We all know you need the money. You know, I've always been here to pick you up when you're down, Tyrone. So let me help you one more time. Quit boxing, because you never were a boxer. You were an All-American and Big 12 champion in wrestling. So come on over to Real American Freestyle, and after I mop the mat with Luke Rockhold January 10th, you can take your chance at redemption. Let me put you out of your misery and end you for good. You know how to contact my people. Give them a call.
Merab Dvalishvili and Ilia Topuria are training together in Spain right now. Topuria and Merab were spotted getting work in together, and Merab even posted a video on social media saying that he is working on his boxing with Topuria. Check it out. Merab captioned the post saying, "Another good training session with Ilia Topuria, Omar Pablo the coach and security #1 strong."
Yeah, Omar, Pablo, and coach, and security #1 strong guy. Yeah.
The machine is the best. The machine. #1.
Let's go. Espane čuvar, Ilia Topuria stane tata. Bog Mawar Jishebet. You know, box your door, not good for me. I'm wrestling. No, but this guy, very good boxer, you know. Thank you guys.
No good for me, I am wrestling, you know. But this guy is a very good boxer, you know. Thank you guys. With those updates, we now have some unfortunate news. A few fighters have been removed from the UFC roster. Dana White has officially removed multiple fighters as the promotion continues to clear house. We reported on several cuts just a few days ago, and it has happened again. This time a noticeable number of European fighters were affected, which was pointed out by Tom Feely. We will start with the release that shocked a lot of fans. According to Feely, Rinat Fakhretdinov is no longer on the UFC roster. He was 6-0 in the UFC with 1 draw, which is why the reaction was so strong. MMA Junkie reporter Nolan King later confirmed through his sources that Fakhretdinov did in fact part ways with the UFC after fighting out his contract. As of now, there is no clear reason why the deal was not renewed. Here is what members of the MMA community had to say about it. The UFC does not re-sign Rinat, who is 6-0 but keeps tied to Avesa on main cards despite a 5-fight losing streak. The UFC stopped caring about legitimacy, and prioritizing fun fights only hurts the product long-term. Expect more of this and fewer Russian fighters on the roster. The UFC is a business and money is the bottom line. Forget sport or meritocracy. Many elite Russian fighters do not generate revenue. This is not a real sport model. In legitimate sports, promoters compete for fighters. In the UFC, fighters compete to promote the promoter. The UFC is going to be left talentless if this continues. There are many washed fighters still on the roster getting main and co-main events. They cut undefeated fighters, give undeserving title shots, and allow champions to skip contenders. Not even a fan of the guy, but going 7-0 with your last fight ending in a 52-second knockout and still getting dismissed is outrageous. Earlier today, Fakhretdinov broke his silence on the situation. He said, "Hello everyone, a lot of questions are coming in about the UFC. Yes, the information is reliable, but there is one detail. Nobody fired us. Our contract simply expired, and for certain reasons it was not renewed. There are small issues I cannot talk about here. I would need a full interview or podcast to explain everything. I will likely share it with an interviewer so I do not have to repeat myself. Nothing bad happened and offers are already coming in with different pay. I'm not in this sport for the money, I just like to fight. We will think about what comes next. Continue or not continue. We have things to do outside of the sport as well. There is no worry at all. We fought with dignity." Next, Loik Radzhabov was also removed from the roster. This one made a bit more sense as he has not competed in the UFC since his loss to Trey Ogden in July of 2024. He went 2-2 in the promotion before being released. The final fighter cut from the roster was Elizu Zaleski dos Santos. He went 11-6 with 1 no contest in the UFC. His most recent loss was to Neil Magny back in August. Now moving on to some viral news. Andrei Arlovski versus a bodyguard could be in the works. A few days ago, after the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua boxing event, Arlovski was walking back to the parking garage when he ran into livestream influencer Jack Doherty. Jack is known for walking around with a bodyguard and provoking people, knowing security is there to protect him. He attempted to do the same with Arlovski and it did not go as planned. Recently, Arlovski said he wants to get his revenge on the bodyguard, claiming the punch thrown at him was cheap. Jack has now responded saying he is willing to set it up. Here is the clip.
Guys, my security guard is down to box that Andre guy in a fight. So Andre, if you want to box my security guard or fight him, let's set it up. Let's do it the right way. Both of you guys will get the biggest paydays of your lives, and me too, baby. You're not leaving me out, because I brought you back, baby. So we're gonna do a fight. My security guard versus you. I'm gonna get all the money, but you two are gonna fight. Let's go.
The MMA community wasted no time roasting Jack over the video. Many fans called him out for hiding behind his security and said they would rather see Andrei Arlovski fight Jack himself instead. Some of the comments read, "I think we would much rather see Andrei Arlovski versus you. Bro, watch the video back. Your security guard did not want any of that smoke. Not even a little bit. He let your 2 120-pound friends try their luck." Jack hiding behind his bodyguard again, shocking, I know. Another fan joked that they want to see Andre beat the bodyguard using Jack as a weapon, just picking him up by the legs and swinging him around. Arlovski later appeared on the Ariel Helwani show where he explained that he did nothing to provoke the situation. He said Jack bumped into him and his wife, and that is when everything escalated. Arlovski also revealed that his wife and son were with him at the time and that he had to file a police report afterward because his wife lost her phone during the chaos.
On my way to the parking lot, to the garage, I walked with my wife, my son. I saw people like going and recording something, and I tried to avoid, like, because he walked like kind of like he just lifted a lot of weight, and I tried to avoid all this bump into my wife, and it happens, you know. I turn around, I ask, "Hey, what's going on?" And boom, bam, 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 boom, boom. End of story. He bumped me. I said, "Guy, what's going on?" And his friend jumped on me, and bodyguard, and Video speaks for itself. So, and I went to downstairs to report stolen missing phone because my wife she tried to stop the bike. I'm very proud of her. And happens, yeah.
Garage. I was walking with my wife and my son. I noticed people filming and I tried to avoid them. He was walking like someone trying to act tough and I tried to stay out of the way, but he bumped into my wife and then everything happened. I turned around and asked what is going on, and then it was boom 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 and that was the end of it. He bumped into me, I asked what is going on, and then his friend jumped on me along with the bodyguard. The video speaks for itself. After that I went downstairs to report a stolen or missing phone because my wife tried to stop the fight. I am very upset about the situation. Do you want to see Andre get his fair shot at Jack Doherty's bodyguard? Arlovski has not fought in the UFC since last year when he lost to Martin Buday at 45 years old. Now at 46 you can understand why the big man did not exactly manhandle Jack's crew the way he might have a decade ago. Either way, Arlovski versus the bodyguard is an interesting idea. How badly do you think Andre would beat him? Let us know in the comments below. Ilia Topuria's ex-wife has revealed some unfortunate news. As most of you already know, Ilia Topuria and his wife Georgina went through a very public and messy divorce. With that level of attention comes heavy scrutiny. Georgina has now revealed that she filed a report with the National Police Headquarters in Madrid over online threats she has received connected to her divorce with Ilia Topuria. With much of the MMA community openly supporting Ilia, she has received a large amount of hate. The reality is that the full details have not been made public and everything right now is based on claims, perception and speculation. Because of that, it is best to remain neutral and wait for more information before making any judgments. That is going to wrap up today's video. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. We will see you all tomorrow.